What's going on, guys? Fun of Thighs back again, and I had something kind of weird I had to share with you guys, but it's in the realm of knife maintenance, and I really wanted to expose you guys to it, because if you don't own one of these, you probably should, or something similar, because it's made my life a hell of a lot easier. Now, I probably should have prepared a little bit better for this video, but this is going to be just a quick one on Torx bit sets. As you guys probably know, most pocket knives, most of my knives at least, use a T6, a T8, a T10, a T15. Those are all Torx bit drivers for their hardware, you know, pivots and things like that. And even some of my fixed blades, if they don't have an Allen key or hex bolt or something, they'll use a larger Torx. So I've bought many Torx bit sets in the past, and I've done it in a very dumb way. We should probably add a little eye candy here. Other than the launch, you guys have been seeing that a lot. How about the big warnie? That's in for a little while. And this little guy. A couple of jade green Wiha knives on the table. Oh, that looks good. But I did it kind of in a dumb way where I kind of searched for the cheapest thing I could find at first. And I'll justify that by saying when I started my little knife collection, I had a couple of Kershaw knives, and I recognized that I needed to maintain them at some point. I had to take them apart and clean them and lube them at some point. So I think this was the first one I bought. And you can see I'm missing some things out of here, but this is a hyper tough. This is a smartphone electronic kit. I think this was from like Walmart or something. But as you can see there, it has a T6 and a T8, which was at the time really all I needed, and a little Phillips and flathead screwdriver is all I used out of this thing. And I'll be honest, it worked fine for a month or two, but the metal used in this entire set is cheap. I don't even know where the driver is anymore. But the tools as a whole are not very good. I mean, this whole set was like $6 or something, and it just didn't work very well. So instead of doing the smart thing, increasing quality rather than buying something of similar quality, I went with this driver set. This is a Cobalt something or another from Lowe's. Again, $6-7. This came with a lot more bits that are held in magnetically, and you can actually flip them around. They're double-sided. And these bits, as far as quality of metal, just craftsmanship as a whole, was even worse. I was stripping bits left and right. I even broke one off, and it was the one I needed the most. It was the T6. So I was really kind of struggling to find a decent Torx bit set, and I kept telling myself, don't spend too much. You don't need to maintain your knives that often, and that is false. First of all, that's false. I need to be able to maintain my knives whenever the need arises, of course. So I wish I had it here with me. I think it's in my EDC bag. I bought the Kershaw TX tool. It's kind of, I guess we can use this old driver. It's kind of the same size as this, but it's thicker. It holds the bits inside of it. It's actually a really good set, and it's very cheap. I don't want to say really good, but it's good at what it does. But again, I just didn't have the best experience with it. The T6 started to turn. I mean, the star bit on the end of the T6 kind of started to twist just from, you know, something with a little bit of Loctite on it. And so after those not awesome experiences with various other Torx bit sets from other companies, I did a little research, and I came across one brand that was again and again said to be kind of the best for knife maintenance, and without being outrageously expensive or anything like that, and that was Wiha Tools. I had heard of them before, but I hadn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. And I checked the, you know, the Torx bit sets and stuff. I'm like, $20 for 6 bits and a driver? That's insane. Kind of dismissed it. And then I realized with my accumulated numerous sets of Torx bits that had random missing and broken parts and just were low quality, I couldn't maintain the knives that I really wanted to. So I actually got this as a gift, and I'm so grateful that I did, because I'm going to be giving Wiha more money in the future. 100% absolutely. This is the way to go. The reviewers and everybody talking about how good Wiha tools are, at least for this specific instance, were completely right. This is, I don't remember exactly what this is called, but I'll put a link to something similar in the description box below. But this little fat driver, they make a ton of different versions of Torx bit sets, Wiha does, and I think even some are co-branded with Boker. They're awesome. I think I got a T6 in here right now. This is magnetically held. It's a 1/4 inch bit. That's a T6. And this little set came with T5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, I believe. It's just Torx bit stuff. And the improvement is insane. I can take down any one of my knives that uses these Torx bits extremely easy. It has just the right fit, and the metal seems extremely high quality. I haven't been stripping out screws. I haven't been messing up with the bits. Everything just kind of comes apart really nicely. And that's how it should be. So I know a lot of people are really kind of over the top with the maintenance thing. You know, that they need like these extremely fancy tools and things. I believe this whole set's going to cost you around 20 bucks. I mean, there's things from 15 to 30 that will have lots of Torx bit stuff in it, different drivers from Wiha. But I highly suggest that if you have, you know, any number of knives over 3 or something, that you honestly have to maintain that maintenance cycle over and over again, because things get dirty, things get gunked up. You don't want, you know, rust in pivots. You don't want things to maintain too dirty for too long. And on some of these higher end knives, not that this Wii knife with proprietary hardware is the best example, but you don't want to leave things with a subpar action when you know they could be a lot better, which this thing is amazing as far as action goes. But really, I'm extremely impressed with Wiha tools, and I've only had this thing for a couple of weeks, and it just blows away the things I've had in the past. So let me know if you guys have had any experiences with Wiha tools as far as Torx drivers go for your pocket knives or knife collection in general, because again, I highly recommend it. I'll put links down in the description box for you guys to find something if you're looking for it. But honestly, I could have bought another budget knife for that price. I could have bought, you know, a clip for a PM2 or, you know, another sharpening stone or whatever it may be. But this is money well spent. So thanks for watching, guys, as always. And remember, have fun with your knives.